Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblyx here, coming at you today from Project Ozone Lite. How y'all doing today? So I'm up here flying around with my little spiffy jetpack.
Shut up and sit down.
But today, we are still on that quest for that top tier jetpack. This guy right there. Now, to get him, we are unfortunately going to need another star. Yep. That's a thing. That means we gonna have to go fight the big and nasty Wither. Luckily, we've got a few skeleton skulls, so that shouldn't be an issue. So, our armor's pretty darn good, and it's leveled up nicely. We're going to let our jetpack charge back up. And we've got a tool that's going to give us a hand. Dun dun dun, Witherless Rose. Remember when we got that out of a loot crate way back when? That's going to prevent us from being withered. And that is a wonderful thing. On top of that, you know what? I think we're going to make some glowing bread. Because glowing bread is awesome food. And that'll just help us get our heal on real quick if we need it. So, we will... Definitely don't need that much glowing bread. There we go. That'll get our saturation up as well. So, we'll also need some soul sand. We should have quite a bit. Yep, there we go. And we'll grab a few skulls. And let's go do this thing. Jetpack's almost charged. Let's get it all the way full. Hey. Charge all the way. There you go. We'll top off our tablet here. And we can do it anywhere, but I think we're going to pop into the Nether. Because I don't care if we destroy the Nether. I am going to have to build a little door in here. I've been kind of just poking through the wall there to get out when I need to. So, where is a good spot to take on Mr. Widow? I think a little cave might be good. And I definitely don't want any lava. I'll just button that up. Where do you go? Anywhere good? Nope, not really. Go away. So we may just do him right here. He's gonna blow it up anyway, so yeah. Let's let him. Alrighty. We'll get over here, let him blow up. I should probably get... yeah, we'll just use our axe. This has got looting on it. We'll use our shuriken at a distance. Oh, he has blowed up. Get shuriken. Oh. You're at no more shuriken point, are you? Now this pack does have the wither that is smarter and learns how to fight you. Withering soul, nice. 4 nether stars, fantastic. That should be enough to get us our armor. So let's slash home it. And we'll turn our jetpack off. Nice, lots of good things. I probably should have put that back. Oh well. Didn't even need our glowing bread, man. Yeah, we'll just eat a loaf now, just cause. Look at all that saturation. That's awesome. Yeah, he didn't do any damage to us at all. He put a tiny little ding on our legs. So yeah. Worried for nothing. There we go. We should be able to make this now. If you remember from last time. Which means we should be able to make that now. And we should be able to make that now. Now the question is, let's take our jetpack off. Will it recognize everything? It says missing items, but it ain't telling me what. Oh, it's saying that vibrant capacitor is missing. We know it's not. So we're going to have to build it by hand. There's our dark steel. We need the glider wings and solarium. So we can do our solarium here, our dark solarium thrusters there, and we just need our glider wings there. What am I doing wrong? Tier 3. Tier 3. Why is this not a thing? Hello? Glider wings, dark solarium, armored jetpack, vibrant. Tier 3 armored. I'm not seeing any reason that that shouldn't work. Huh. Oh, dang it. Why did I put it in there? I want to pull it out and try to put it into a regular crafting grid and just see if it's a crafting grid issue. Sometimes you run into those in modded. No. It even moves all the items. It says we have everything and it moves them, but it will not give me the top tier. Oh, it was just invisible. Okay, so if you're playing along on with me here, know that it was there. It's just not there. This guy holds 400 million RF. That's ridiculous RF. So he's going to take a long time to charge up, but we're just going to give him a little bit of go juice so we can play with him. Yay, we have the top tier. All right, good enough. 3, 2, 1, go. Hover mode. Oops, I turned off the engine and fell to my cracked knees. There. Engine on, hover mode on, emergency hover mode on. Oh yeah, look at that. No falling at all. We just stand perfectly still. And we are quick. Look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. And notice how it activated hover mode to save us from dying. That's a lot of heads falling out of the sky. My farm's not filled up with heads. Why are those heads falling out of the sky? Did somebody prank me? Is this a Mirrusky prank? Near build limit. We are at build limit. I see nothing. That'd have been a pretty funny prank. Is that just weird game goofiness? Huh. Oh, there's another one. Where's it at? right in here. How is there a random creeper head? "31 blocks above our base. And at this distance." Explain this logic to me. I no understand. Weird. Huh. Okay, fair enough. Yay, we have the big jetpack. And yay, it's gonna take 1,000 years to recharge, or to charge. Alright, we're gonna put this little gas burning generator to work. Look at that. 8,000 in, 8,000 out. And climbing. Get to work. I need 400 million RF. You've already given me 8 million, so that's pretty darn good. Alright, so now that we can fly, we can get on with getting our permanent base built. Oh, let's take a look at... Oh, that glass. Look at that. 133,000 glass. That is insanity. Not even a dent. And we're probably up to... What are we up to over here? I don't want to take hazard. I don't want to hazard a guess. 35,000 of the living rock. I wish we had a little more, but it's still cranking away. All right. So we're going to be using shape cards, for which I am going to need some brick, which means I need some clay. Please tell me I have some clay. Wow. Wow. Is there any other way to make brick? Throw me a bone here, people. Really? This is the stupidest recipe I've seen in a long time. That was pretty stupid too. Okay, well, I guess we go the old-fashioned way. Dust in a stone barrel. Alright, let me craft up some clay. You guys have seen this 100 times. I'll bring you back when it's done. Alright, clay has been acquired. So we've got our shape card. I want to make one of these projectors. Ooh, we need some dimension shards. So we're going to have to hold off on that. We definitely don't have any of those. And we're going to need some more clay. Luckily, I made extra. Since we can't make that projector, we'll go ahead and make the builder. They do kind of similar things. Though the projector just does it in a somewhat cooler way. Holy cow. Not even 1/4 of the way done yet. Wow. Just wow. Bob the Builder. So, let's clear out our inventory a little bit. Get our shape card. Now, this guy can build shapes. I mean, that makes sense, right? A builder and a shape card build shapes. He can build any of the shapes listed here, and he can build them in either solid or hollow variants. He can build boxes, the top of a dome, the bottom of a dome, spheres, cylinders, capped cylinders, prisms, and toruses. Now, for those that don't know, a torus is basically a circle. So this would be a torus. Now, these variables down here define how big the item is going to be. So we can do a cone. So this cone would be 50 blocks by 50 blocks by 10 blocks high. So say we wanted it to be 100. So that would be 50 by 50 by 100. It's make a pretty significant Christmas tree. You can build a heart. So if you just have need of a heart in Minecraft, there you go. And this heart will be 50 blocks by 50 blocks by 50 blocks because of these settings right here. And it'll be hollow. That would be solid. So you can get into some pretty cool shapes when you start combining these together. So you want to make a Death Star. You can do a 200 by 200 by 200 sphere. And that would be ginormous. Let's do one a little bit smaller. And I'm going to do an offset of, actually let's do a 50 by 50 by 50. Because of where we are in the sky, 100 is going to be really hard to do because we're at 100. We're going to do an offset of, say, 40 vertical. And I'm going to ask this to display it. And you can see we have a sphere up there. Now I'm going to have to stop our jetpack from charging. This is why we needed a jetpack. You can see we've got our 50 by 50 by 50 sphere up here. And this is actually solid. You can stand on it. the blocks are transparent, you can stand on it. They're breakable. So you can get kind of a feel for what it'll look like when you actually construct it out of real blocks. And the cool thing is, when you feed real blocks into this guy, you can just put a chest or a crate or something on top with real blocks, give it a redstone signal, and it'll actually build that, if that's the shape you want, out of whatever blocks you feed it. You know, you feed it dirt, it's going to be a giant dirt hole, or giant dirt sphere. It's kind of nice because you can see, okay, what will it look like before I build it? How will it line up with the things I already have, you know, in my area? So you hit that little ring, it'll stop displaying. See, it's gone. We can pull our shape card out and we can adjust. Say, no, a sphere's not going to work. Maybe I want a cylinder instead. Okay, there's a 50 by 50 by 50 cylinder. So you can get a good feel for what that would be like. Oh, what if I put a door right here? How would that look? Okay, look just like that. So you get a nice way to kind of tell what's going on before you actually build anything. Now these offset by the X and the Y axis. Now it's offsetting from where the builder is, not where you are in the XYZ of the world, but where the builder is in the XYZ of the world. So if I bring up my F3 menu, if I go this way, I am affecting the Z coordinate, the Z coordinate. If I go this way, I'm affecting the X coordinate. So this way is X, this way is Z. Then of course Y is up and down. So if I look at my component card and I do X plus 50, and take away the height, it should be, where'd it go? Right there. Underneath. So you can kind of play with this guy to figure out where you want these things to be. So if I say, okay, let's add 50 to that height, which should put it above the surface. I'm actually going to add 60 to the height. That should put it about 10 blocks above. Oop, went higher than I thought. So I can come back and drop it a little bit. Maybe go down to 40. So we'll come in here. Set them to 40. And we're getting closer. So let's drop it down to 20. And I'm going to move it to the X negative 50, which will put it right out here in front of us. So how cool is that? We can just move it around however we want to move it until we get it exactly the way we want it to be. If I say, you know what, that's pretty cool, I like that shape and that distance, but I think it needs to be a little bit wider but a little bit shorter, if that's what my eye is telling me. So a little bit wider, maybe we go to 65 by 65, and a little bit shorter, maybe we go to 40. So it's going to keep it in the same placement, but it's going to make it shorter and wider. But it's going to keep the offset the same. How cool is that? Now, because this one I built on a odd number, you can actually find out where the dead center would be. So if you come down and, okay, I want a door in the dead center, it's going to be about right there. So, even if you came down lower, okay, I want my door right there. Here's the door to my pyramid. Here's what my pyramid will look like on the inside. So how cool is that? I mean, that is a super useful machine. Now, there's about 1,000 more things that it can do beyond just this. This is simple Simon for what this box can do. It can mine for you. It can, it can mine ores. It can move water. It can, or lava. It can do so many things. It can move an entire building. If there's a building, Mirrusky built a building that I just loved, and I asked her, hey, Mirrusky, could I have that building? Would you mind if I made a copy of that building? That Enderman didn't want anything to do with me, man. He just ran off to the nether. But if I asked her, hey, could I have a copy of that building? And she agreed. She's like, sure. I could use this machine to copy the entire building and rebuild it at my base. Yeah, it's that powerful. It can do that. You do have to provide it all the materials, but it can absolutely do that, which is pretty darn cool. And in the next episode, we're going to be using this machine to build our permanent base, or at least get it started. All these materials we've been gathering, the flight we just got so that we could fly around and look at this thing and make sure it's where we want it and how we want it. All that has led up to this. So we will get started with that in the next episode, and hopefully the last 3/4 of the fuel for this jetpack will be done, and we can move on. But I am afraid that is going to be all the time I have for today. Until next time, turn that axe off so I don't break nothing. Get out there and make some noise. See ya.